I ate a Happy Meal every hour for 24 hours. That's the name of the video I would react to today. And I'm going to react to it, sorry. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm sleepy already. Alex Ozro. Yeah, Alex, thank you. Good idea. I think I saw it somewhere else already. Oh, sorry, that was my sound. I saw it somewhere else already, but hey, it's pretty generic idea, you know. I thought about it too. I might do it in the future. We'll have to see.
For the next 24 hours, I will be consuming at least one Happy Meal per hour to see if the Happy Meal lives up to its name and keeps me happy for an entire day.
I just want to say that one meal per hour, especially Happy Meal, that's a lot of food. Not gonna lie. Sorry about that, let's go.
End of the video, I'll reveal how my blood pressure and oxygen levels changed, the total amount of money I spent on Happy Meals, and whether the Happy Meals made me happy or sad by the end of this challenge.
It will
I'll
make
also
you
reveal the
sad
distribution
for
of
sure.
Happy Meal toys I received to see if they hand out one.
You know, I don't mind the food. I can imagine that for the 4th or 5th time it can still be pleasurable. But you know, the 10th time will definitely be
more than others. The rules for this challenge are as follows. 1. I can't eat anything else during this challenge. Only Happy Meals. 2. I have to finish the entire Happy Meal every time. I can't throw any of it out. 3. If I go over an hour without eating a Happy Meal, the challenge is over. Before eating my first Happy Meal, I headed over to my local Yodobashi camera store in Osaka, Japan. If you've never heard of Yodobashi Camera, the best way I can describe it is that it's a multi-story mega store that's 10 times more overwhelming than a Costco and has every product you can ever imagine. I mean, where else can you eat free steak samples, watch a remote-controlled car race, buy a $700 toilet seat, and check your blood pressure for free? Speaking of blood pressure, let's see what mine was before starting the challenge. 119/70 is a normal blood pressure for a male in my age range, so I was a little surprised to see that before even starting this challenge, my blood pressure was 121/95, which is technically considered high blood pressure. Not to worry though, that's nothing that 24 hours of eating McDonald's can't fix. Oh, f me. I also checked my oxygen levels at Yodobashi just because they had those machines available too. Also, I'm not a doctor and I do not recommend doing this challenge yourself. In fact, I don't even have a doctor, but if I did, I'm sure they would be subscribed to me with notifications on, so that every time I posted a new video, they could call me and tell me how stupid I am. My oxygen level ended up being 98%, which is pretty normal for someone my age.
I don't think it's that harmful, you know, for once in a lifetime, not bad.
But we'll save that for another video. So with my initial blood pressure and oxygen level readings done, I was ready for my first Happy Meal. As I was leaving the Yodobashi
by the way,
store,
the oxygens don't really have to do anything with food, I believe. Pretty
crazy, right? For my first Happy Meal, I ordered a cheeseburger, fries, and a Sprite. Personally, this is my favorite Happy Meal combination, but let me know in the comments what your favorite combo is. McFun fact, McDonald's sells roughly 6.48 million burgers per day, which is roughly 75 burgers every single second. With that being said, the cheeseburger was extremely delicious and I ate it very quickly. I was feeling pretty confident that this challenge wouldn't be too bad after all, so for hour 2, I may have gotten a little cocky with my order. I switched it up and got chicken nuggets, fries, and a custard pudding milkshake. Yeah, that was definitely a cocky order. Nonetheless, I scarfed it down in record time, and again, it was delicious. I gotta say, that is really not a flattering angle of myself. I got kicked out of the upstairs seating area because apparently I'm a criminal. Just kidding, they actually very politely asked everyone to move downstairs at 9 p.m. to prevent crime. So for hours 3 and 4, I decided to do takeout since my apartment was within walking distance of the McDonald's. My strategy was to order 2 Happy Meals, and then I could just chill at my apartment for a couple of hours and reheat one of them in the microwave. For hour 3, I went with a cheeseburger, fries, and an apple juice. You know, to be healthy. This meal went down pretty easily, but the reality of my situation was starting to sink in. Man, maybe I should have started this challenge in the morning, because I've already been up for 12 hours. I'm honestly already kind of tired. We're only a few hours into this challenge.
I can imagine.
I have a feeling it's going to be a very long night. For hour 4, I went with a burger, tea, and to be super healthy, I got edamame and corn as my side. I thought I was being savvy by ordering 2 meals at once and then reheating the second one at home, but I gotta tell you, reheated McDonald's tastes like shit. That's f***ing disgusting. The Happy Meal toys were starting to stack up at this point, and I was excited to play with them at the end of the 24 hours. Also, they were giving out DVDs with every Happy Meal toy, but I don't own a DVD player, so I'm not exactly sure what was on those DVDs. But if any of you know, let me know in the comments. I headed back to McDonald's for hour 5, but I had to go to a different location because the other one closed at 11 p.m. Luckily, this one was open 24 hours, and it was only a little bit further from my apartment. For this Happy Meal, I ordered chicken nuggets, a salad, and I got a Coke for my drink because I was really tired at this point and I needed a caffeine boost to keep me going. I gotta say, I was surprised with how many people were in this McDonald's considering it was almost midnight. Honestly, it was kind of a vibe. You know what wasn't a vibe though?
Did you see the guy?
Considering it was almost midnight.
Pretending
Honestly,
to work,
it was kind of a vibe. You know what wasn't a vibe? People were in this McDonald's considering it was almost midnight. Honestly, it was kind of a vibe. You know what wasn't a vibe though? The salad. Yeah, it sucked. I don't know why I ordered it. McFun fact. Salads were first introduced to the McDonald's menu in 1987 and they were offered in 3 variations. Chef salad, chicken salad, and garden salad. I'm not really sure why anyone would come to McDonald's to order a salad though. Good. Maybe it's for people
I
like
ordered
me.
It once
chicken nuggets and Coke were still hitting the spot though. I realized at this point that I should probably be using
the thing with salads is that nobody buys them. So it seems like they keep the salads for a longer time than the meat. Even though it's bad to, but it's probably like that because my salad tasted so like, basically so old, I don't know, I heard that they, when there is the expiration date, best before date, they just put another best before sticker over it, so they prolong the expiration. It doesn't work like that, but apparently they do it in some places. I'm not saying McDonald's, but in some places they apparently do. And my salad basically was not great.
McDonald's app to try and save
money. Was not
the app was mostly in Japanese, and I couldn't figure out how to change it to English, so I just Google translated it. Thankfully, I was able to find a Happy Meal coupon that gave me a 100 yen discount. That's roughly 70 cents US, which isn't really that much, but when you consider how many Happy Meals I'm buying, it adds up. For hour 6, I went with a classic cheeseburger, fries, and Coke Happy Meal. If it looks like I'm dead here, that's because at this point I felt like I was getting McSpanked by this challenge. I think all the food was starting to upset my stomach a little bit, and my body was confused why I was putting more food in it. Nonetheless, I finished the burger, fries, and Coke despite my stomach growing more and more unhappy by the minute. I also want to mention that even though this McDonald's was packed an hour ago, it was completely empty now, and I was the only one there. And I gotta say, there's something really f***ing creepy about being in a completely empty McDonald's all by yourself in the middle of the night. Ooh. I felt like Ronald McDonald was gonna jump out of that supply closet and strangle me. Considering how creeped out I was, I ordered 2 more Happy Meals to go so that I could chill at my apartment for a little bit. For hour 7, my order was a cheeseburger, fries, and Coke again. I was really full at this point, and it was honestly a struggle to get this one down. After I finished eating, I tried to do some exercise
what I find
to see if I could...
interesting is the fact that people around the globe usually they write the numbers the same way, right? 2 is 2 in English, and in Japan 1, 2, 0, 2, 0, but the letters, like, how did humans agree on numbers but not letters? That's weird, right? Think about it. How did this happen? Pretty much everyone uses these numbers, but not the letters. I
ordered 2 more Happy Meals to go so that I could chill at my apartment for a little bit. For hour 7, my order was a cheeseburger, fries, and Coke again. I was really full at this point, and it was honestly a struggle to get this one down. After I finished eating, I tried to do some exercise to see if I could burn some calories and make myself hungry again. It backfired terribly though, it really just made me want to throw up. For hour 8, I switched it up and got pancakes, which apparently are available all day, not just breakfast. And then fries and a Sprite. I didn't bother reheating the food this time, I just figured it'd be better straight out of the fridge. The pancakes came with this little packet of maple syrup and butter, which was a nice touch. And I gotta say, the pancakes were a great change of pace from all the burgers I had been eating. But I was still extremely full at this point, and this meal was a struggle to get through. Speaking of struggle, it was time to go back to McDonald's and get another Happy Meal. Not gonna lie, it's a little sketchy out here at 3:30 in the morning, but the mission continues.
I can imagine, but it's still Japan, right?
To my apartment
it should be safe.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. I went back to my apartment to take a shit. For hour 9, I went back to the cheeseburger and fries combo, but for my drink this time, I got vegetable juice to try and revive some of my body's vital organs. I had a love-hate relationship with the cheeseburger at this point. It was somehow still hitting the spot, but I also felt so gross about it. My body was very confused. I was basically sleep eating at this point. McFun fact, sleep eating is actually a real thing. It's like sleepwalking, but instead of just walking around, you actually prepare and eat food while having almost no memory of it the next day. It's called sleep-related eating disorder, or SRED for short. For hour 10, I went back to McDonald's and they were serving breakfast at this point, which gave me new hope. One thing I noticed though is that you can't even get water as a drink option for your Happy Meal. What's up with that, McDonald's? Are you trying to raise my blood pressure? My order ended up being an Egg McMuffin, edamame and corn, and a Sprite. I figured I should work in some edamame and corn this round so I could get some much needed fiber in me to, you know, move things along internally. They didn't give me a utensil this time though, so I just had to awkwardly pour it in my mouth. The Egg McMuffin was kind of grossing me out, to be honest, but when I washed it down with Sprite, it was fine. My order for hour 11 was chicken nuggets, a hash brown, and an apple juice. McFun fact, McDonald's is the world's largest potato buyer, purchasing roughly 3.4 billion pounds of potatoes every year, and using roughly 9 million pounds of potatoes every single day for their french fries and hash browns. Okay, I have a theory that McDonald's plays their music slightly too loud. Like loud enough to subconsciously make you want to leave after you finish eating, so that there's a constant flow of open seats available for new customers. I can't let you guys listen to the music because it's copyrighted, but you'll just have to take my word for it. It was kind of pissing me off, so I just decided to order 3 Happy Meals to go so I could head back to my apartment and eat in peace and quiet. For hour 12, I went with an Egg McMuffin, a hash brown, and an orange juice. I have to admit, I thought this challenge was going to be on the easier side, but it was not. Needless to say, I was struggling quite a bit here. The combination of sleep deprivation and eating way too much food was proving to be lethal, and I was starting to wonder if I was going to be able to make it to the end of this challenge. I really wanted to just take a quick power nap to recharge, but my girlfriend was still sleeping and I didn't want to wake her up, so I just slept on my kitchen floor. It was actually pretty comfortable. And this is a great time to mention the sponsor of this video. No one. My order for hour 13.
You got me. You got me good. You got me good. Good one.
Was chicken nuggets, a hash brown, and a Sprite. I was basically a zombie at this point, but I managed to choke all of my food down. My hour 14 order was chicken nuggets, a hash brown, and for my drink this time, I got a chocolate milkshake.
I'm probably gonna regret this later. But for now, that's good.
Hey, it's me from the future. Yeah, you will regret that later. My stomach was expanding by the minute, and I was pretty nauseous after eating the rest of this Happy Meal. I decided to shave since I was feeling like shit, and I wanted to make myself feel better. I don't know why I thought shaving would help me with that. I also showered, took my contacts out, and put deodorant on. I do that too. I may have been looking beautiful on the outside, but on the inside I was far from okay. And I still had 10 Happy Meals to go. Speaking of which, it was time for my next Happy Meal.
Guys, or even girls, I guess. Let me know if you if you do the same thing. But sometimes when I can't sleep for like half an hour, I just go and shave myself. Just to feel a little bit better, even though I haven't slept very much. Let me know in the comments if you do that too, hey.
For hour 15, I got an Egg McMuffin, edamame and corn, and a Sprite. There were a ton of people in the McDonald's now making a bunch of noise, and I was really tired and grumpy. So after I finished this Happy Meal, I ordered 3 more to go and I headed back to my place. And it was at this moment that I almost forgot the entry code to my own apartment building. But thankfully I remembered after a few seconds and was able to get in. For hours 16, 17, and 18, I ordered the exact same thing. A cheeseburger, fries, and a Sprite. I'm not sure what happened here, but for some reason my hunger returned and I was actually quite excited to eat this cheeseburger. Maybe since the menu changed from breakfast to lunch, it psychologically caused my brain to malfunction. Whatever the reason was, I wasn't complaining. That is, until I took a quick 45-minute power nap in between meals and woke up feeling like absolute shit.
I feel like absolute shit.
I scarfed down the next two Happy Meals despite every fiber in my body telling me not to.
It looks like his skin is actually worsening, isn't it? Like, maybe I'm imagining things, but was this right here? This was here, I know, but was this here? You know? That's something
my girlfriend
to
Tanya
think
was
about.
back at the apartment and she wanted to come help me film, so we decided to take a bike ride to a different McDonald's location to switch things up. For my hour 19 order, I got a cheeseburger, fries, and a strawberry shake. The strawberry shake was actually quite good, but the rest of the food was really hard to get down.
Strawberry is my
Despite many
favorite.
customers complaining that the ice cream machines are always broken, McDonald's claims that based on sales data, their ice cream machines are up and running 95% of the time. For hour 20, I ordered chicken nuggets, fries, and a custard pudding shake. I'm not sure why I thought it was a good idea to order 2 milkshakes in a row, especially this far into the challenge, but here we are. We switched to a different McDonald's location for hour 21 and I ordered my favorite combo.
I haven't even think about it. You know how much liquid he must be slurping? That's how much is he getting? Is he getting like 0.3 liters? So that's how much, I don't know. Just even smaller than the small one in the US because he's in Japan. So he, you guys got the bigger ones. You call your small our medium or large. But yeah, he might be getting like just a lot of fluids, man. Wow. He must be pissing
fries,
a lot.
And a Sprite. Also, I noticed this McDonald's had McDelivery electric bikes, which I thought was pretty cool. They also had these delivery scooters, which looked kind of goofy. For hour 21, I was struggling quite a bit to get across the finish line, and I honestly didn't know if my body could take 3 more Happy Meals after this. But nonetheless, I didn't want to come all this way just to quit, so I headed back to the ordering kiosk for hour 22 and got myself chicken nuggets, edamame and corn, and a Sprite. At this point, Tanya thought it would be funny to do the human drone thing, the thing where the camera person makes it look like a drone POV. I think she did a good job. For hour 23, I ordered a cheeseburger, fries, and an apple juice. The end was in sight, and I was confident that I would be able to finish this challenge. But at what cost? After I finished eating the rest of my Happy Meal, Tanya and I hopped on the subway to head back to Yodobashi Camera so that I could take my blood pressure and oxygen levels. Lucky for me, there's a McDonald's conveniently located in the basement that's attached to the Yodobashi camera. It was only fitting that my last meal should be there. For hour 24, I ordered a cheeseburger, fries, and a chocolate shake to finish strong. Guys, I was buying so much McDonald's that even my credit card company was concerned about me. Thankfully, this was my last meal though, so I finished it as quickly as I could and then I headed over to the blood pressure machine. And I think you'll be just as dumbfounded as I was to see that my blood pressure actually decreased. If you remember from the beginning of the video, my blood pressure was 121/95.
That's
and now it was coming in at 106/85. New diet unlocked? No, I'm just kidding. Please don't.
How did that happen?
My oxygen level was still at 98%, so that didn't change at all. And as I promised in the beginning of the video, the total amount of money I spent on Happy Meals in the last 24 hours came out to be $71.04, which isn't that bad actually. I do have to say, the Happy Meal definitely made me very sad at multiple points throughout this challenge, but on the bright side, I did acquire an absolute
the quote of the year
to play with. They were all train themed and they could be connected to each other, so I made what is probably the world's longest Happy Meal toy train. I ended up getting 11 locomotives, 5 passenger trains, 4 green bullet trains, and 4 purple bullet trains.
Wow.
So it would appear that the locomotive trains get handed out more frequently and the bullet trains are more rare. And don't worry, the next day I went back to McDonald's and used their special recycling bin to give back all the toys so that they didn't go to waste. McFun fact, the recycled Happy Meal toys get turned into trays. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next.
I was thinking that they would give it to kids. Why would they just recycle it? What?
One.
Crazy. Not gonna lie, I was expecting them to give it out to like a sick kids in hospitals or I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, I eat a Happy Meal every hour for 24 hours. You know, when it comes to these challenges, I always wonder if it's really 24 hours, because I can see how someone can, fake it. He could eat for like 24 times, but he didn't show us the receipts. So it could be like 2-3 days. Just cut. I don't know. Probably real, since he it was clear that he wasn't feeling it. He wasn't mega happy, but I don't know, just a thought. Anyways, Alex, Ozro, I don't know how to say it. Let me know if you ever had a happy meal yourself down in the comments. Down in, down in the description is the original, check it out. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.